Recording in progress.
All right, there we go. So, for those who haven't done the chair yoga, it is very similar to a regular yoga session, except that we're in a chair. So we're going to start with our breath work. We're going to get into the asanas, and then we'll get into a shavasana as well. So I will just have you place your feet flat down. If you want to have a mat under, you can. You don't need to. I just have it because the floor is a little bit slippery. So you'll find what works for you. And then just gently shut your eyes. You can place your hands on your knees, on your upper legs, whatever feels comfortable. And not changing anything about your breath, but just noticing your breath as you inhale and exhale. And just noticing your breath may slow down, it may change pace a little bit. And just feeling a little deeper within the body, feeling your heartbeat regulate here. Just really leaving your day behind you and focusing on the next little bit, just on yourself. And we're going to do a little visualization here during our breath work. So you just keep breathing at whatever rhythm your body wants to. And on each exhale, we're just going to imagine tree roots planting down at the bottom of our feet. And just feeling the energy from the soles of our feet connecting with the ground underneath. And now focusing on your breath again, making those inhales a little bit deeper, filling the abdomen, the rib cage, and the chest. And exhale, chest, ribs, and releasing that last little bit in the abdomen. We're going to do 2 more breaths just like that, nice and full. Bottom of the belly, working your way up. Breathing in as much as you can. Slight hold at the top. Exhale, let it go. 1 more. And just allowing yourself to sit here for a moment. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. And just paying attention to your breath again. You can go back to regular breathing. You can continue with those deep breaths, whatever feels good for you in the moment. And when you're ready, just gently open your eyes, bring your awareness back to your body. We're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow here. So I'm just going to turn my chair to the side just so that I can show you. So I don't want you to be back in and have your chair supporting you. I want you to move your glutes up a little bit. Your knees are going to be over your ankles, and your back from your lower back up to your neck are going to be nice and aligned. You can keep your hands on your knees, or you can put them on the sides of your chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale. We're going to lift that chest up. And as you exhale, we're going to tuck that chin, relax the neck, and round that upper back. So I'll show you with my hands on my knees too. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, round. And just going with your breath here. Allow your breath to guide you into these movements. Really waking up that spine. Giving that neck a nice little stretch. And a few more rounds here. And just finishing your full round. I'm going to move my chair back here. Wasn't wrong. This'll do. All right, now we're just going to sit again on the edge of our chair. Our hands are going to be out, palms are up. We're going to inhale. Can't really see here. I'm just clasping my hands together. I'm going to point my index fingers there. Roll the shoulders back and down. And on your exhale, we're just going to go to the right. You want to keep those glutes nice into your chair. You don't want to be lifting anything. If you feel a lift, just go a little bit back to your center. Bring it back through the middle. Inhale, reset that spine nice and tall. Exhale down to the left. Back through center. We're going to do that one more time on each side. So on that exhale, bring it down to the right. You're going to feel a nice opening in the back of that arm, all down the side of your body. Back through center and to the left. And back through center. Bring your hands down. We're going to go into a figure four. So we're going to start with your right leg. We're going to bring your foot over the knee. If that's not possible, you can always just cross your leg, and we're just going to bring that knee down just to get some mobility in there. But if you can, bring that foot up and over. And see, my knee is not parallel down, so I'm just going to work on that a little bit here. So I'm not pushing down to the point where it hurts, but there is a little bit of tension there. I can definitely feel a stretch in my hip flexors. And I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to breathe in. You're going to know where your breath needs to go into your body. And I'm just using a very light push. So again, if this is too much, your option is to cross and just give a bit of a push here. If that cross is too much, you can just stay here. Just work on your hip mobility here. So there's lots of options. And again, you can probably see I'm just kind of pulsing down too. So if you want to hold it static there, you can. Make sure that there's no discomfort, or just giving nice little pulses. All right, we've got a few seconds left on this side. All right, bring your feet back down and step it out a little bit. Lift those heels, alternate them a little bit, and then we're going to go on to the other side. One side is always going to be a better performer than the other side, so don't be worried about that. As you can see, this knee goes a lot farther up than my other. And I don't know if you just saw, my foot shifted there and caved in a little bit. You want to try and keep that knee over the ankle of that supporting leg. I'm just going to show those options again. It doesn't matter what option you take. You're doing what's best for your body. You're moving your body and you're working on your mobility. So whether you're level 1, 2, or 3, it's only a challenge between you and yourself, which is one of the nice things about doing online, is there's not a lot of competition. There is a time and a place for group fitness classes, which is nice, but I feel like yoga is always should just be a challenge between you and yourself. We're here for about another 10 seconds or so. Really just allowing those hips to release. And bring them back down. All right, now we're going to stand. We will be using our chair for balance. So, you know what, I'm just going to quickly bring this up a little bit so that you can see me. There we go. Now, I'm going to bring my chair so that the high part is facing me. And you're just going to stand towards right here. You're going to take a step back with that right foot, and we're going to go in to a lunge. So you hang on to the back of that chair here. You're going to feel that back leg, that back calf start to stretch. If you need to pop that heel up or put a bit of a bend in that knee, please do. And if you're feeling really good here with the chair, you can either take one hand or you can take both. So it's a nice thing about chair yoga is you can always incorporate the poses that you're comfortable with, and you always have that chair to hang on to if there's any moments that you're like, no, we need a bit more support today. We're holding here for 2 more breaths. Now we're going to bring our hands back down to the back of that chair. We're going to pivot that back foot. We're going to go into a warrior 2. So you might want to bring that front foot a little bit further forward. You're going to bend that knee. You're going to bring your hand out to the side. Again, that chair is always here for you, but if you want to bring both hands up, you can. And we're just going to look past that front hand, those fingertips. Holding for 1 more breath here. Release that hand back down, bringing that back hand back. Slowly rotate that back foot. You're going to step it forward a little bit, but then step that other foot back. Now right here, we're going to step out to the side of our mat. I'm going to go on an angle just so you can see my feet have a nice distance between them. And you're going to walk back a little bit. We're going to go into our wide-legged forward fold. So again, you can hold the back of your chair here. If you want to put your hands on your seat, you can do that as well. And if you're feeling like your body is really speaking to you, you can always bring it down to the floor. And if your hands are on the floor or on that lower part of the chair, just slowly bring them up to the next height and then come back up to a stand. All right, we're going to flip this chair around here. We're going to stand in front of our chair and again, take that right foot back. This time we're going to keep that front knee bent. We're going to keep it straight because we're going into our triangle. So you're going to take one hand down, place it on your chair. That other hand is going to come up. You can play around with that space between your feet as well. You might need a little bit less space. You might want a little bit more space. And we're here for about 2 more full breaths, remembering to breathe. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And gently pushing off with that palm, bringing your body weight back up, standing towards the top of your chair. I'm just going to switch sides so that I continue to face you. We're going to turn the chair back around. We're going to go into that lunge. So you're facing your chair. We're going to step back with the left this time. Bend that front knee. And again, you can bring that heel off. You can bring that knee down a little bit. Just finding what works for you. And this would be your level 1 onto your chair. Your level 2 would be to bring a hand up. You can even rotate which hand you bring. And your level 3 is having the chair there just in case, but just bringing both arms up. And we're going to turn into our warrior 2. So that back foot turns out. Keep that bend in your front knee. Bring one hand up. If this is feeling good, bring that other hand up, knowing that you always have your chair there. That heel from your front foot should be in line with either the back heel or the middle, the arch of your back foot. And bring those hands back to your chair. We're going to turn that back foot in, stepping back, finding a bit of space between our feet for our wide-legged forward fold. So again, you can have your hands on the back of the chair. You can bring your hands down to the seat of the chair. And if you do want something in between the seat and the floor, you can always put a block here if you'd like. Holding here for 2 more breaths. And work your hands back up each level. Slowly come back up to a stand. Move your feet back to that chair. We're just going to flip the chair around. Again, we're going to go into our triangle. So you're standing at your chair. That left foot comes back. That front knee stays straight. You're going to bring your hand down and open up. So again, if you're feeling good, you can always bring that hand either to a block or to the floor. But it's always nice to have that chair just in case. One more full breath. And bring it back up. All right. We're going to sit back into our chair now. And again, I just want you to have your glutes. So again, I don't want you to be fully relaxed in your chair. I want your spine to be nice and aligned. I want you to feel nice and tall. And you can place your hands on your knees or your upper legs. And just gently shut your eyes. And just take 3 deep, deep breaths. Nice big inhales, filling your body with oxygen, filling your body with love. Make a little bit of sound on your exhales. I always find on those exhales, making the sound is just that extra release of any tension in the body. And just allowing your mind to be still with your body. There's not a lot of movement going on now. Still grounding down through those feet. Shoulders are relaxed but not hunched. And just noticing the lengths of your breaths now compared to a minute or two ago when we finished our practice of our standing poses. And how does your body feel right now? How does your mind feel? Always making that connection between our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. That is the trifecta. Sometimes if one is out of whack, the other ones can be. So that's one nice thing about yoga, is it just creates this harmony for all three to kind of work in unison. And just staying here for another moment. Feel free to take a nice big inhale and exhale. And you can gently open your eyes. We're going to bring your hands to the side. Palms are facing out. Nice big inhale as we gather all that gratitude between the palms of our hands. Bring it down to heart center. And just thank your body for moving. And thank you for sharing your time with me. Namaste.